Is Jett Lawrence getting tired of being the chosen one? We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So we got to go to a little bit of a deep dive today on our boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah, the poster boy for the future of the moto industry. Unfortunately, I think we're getting a little bit of pushback from the chosen one. I don't think he's really enjoying being the chosen one. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you, because he's being ostracized by the rest of the riders. He wants to be one of the guys. If you're out there, it's no fun. I don't care how much money you're making and how much you're winning. If other riders don't really want to hang out with you or talk to you, and the fans are booing you and during opening ceremonies and they're cheering for you when you crashing, that's no fun. Can you imagine if you want to beat Jeremy McGrath's 7 Supercross titles or 72 Supercross wins? Can you imagine having to do it that way? Years and years of just being like ostracized? You know, there's a good chance eventually this could go away, but there's no guarantee it will. My guess is if Jett had a crystal ball and he could do this over again, no donut sales, no fan fest, let me just go out and be me. I want to be friends. I want to hang out with some of these other dudes. But unfortunately, after the Anderson incident, he just kind of, I don't know, it looked like a little brat out there. And unfortunately, it's going to take a while to unwind that. Now, the reality is, I think Jett and his family are high quality people. They basically live in the American dream as like basically immigrants coming over here and taking the place by storm. And, that's the realities. I mean, that there's just, there's nothing wrong with that. He's not the first European or someone from outside the country to come be a champ. But he's now basically been gobbled up by the industry, the moto machine, Wall Street, some conference room, handlers, people that don't even ride now. It's all one big play. They're spinning this thing, making it into whatever they can. But when you look back at the golden era of this sport, when it really, which was really the McGrath era, there was back in the day stuff like maybe, the conception of Supercross in the 70s, and then, with the Bob Hanna's and the other guys, the Brock Glovers and whoever, Marty Smiths, rest in peace, old Marty. And Johnny O. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Well, no, Johnny O didn't come till like the 80s. Then in the 80s, you got like the Johnny O's, the Jeff Stantons, the, Rick Johnsons, and the list goes on, Ron Machines. Then the 90s came in and entered Jeremy McGrath throwing this is pretty much what was the game changer of our sport. If you really want to know if there's one thing that really helped this sport, not only was it Jeremy McGrath, it was the fact that he was throwing a knack.
Boom, this is how we were doing it back in the day, Walty. The industry's gone soft.
And up until that point, freestyle, there wasn't a thing yet. First time I saw a knack, when he threw a knack during a race, for the very first time, I'm like, what the heck did that dude just do? Like, he almost crashed or something? It was rad. It was like this rad moment, and then it just made this thing high-flying extreme sports and cool. And then the video game market exploded, and then we had just everything hard-hitting characters. It was like pro wrestling meeting moto. It was gladiator games. You could be a rebel. You could have pushback.
As a corporate, I want to thank Monster Energy.
No, it wasn't like that yet. It was underground. It was hardcore, but it had a huge following because of it. Now it's kind of getting watered down, and enter Jett Lawrence.
Everybody, it's Jett Lawrence, the chosen one, the wonder boy, the moto messiah. Paying to come see me at the races isn't enough anymore. I need you guys to head over and buy my donuts too.
Jett Lawrence, you're going to be the guy known for the watered down era, because you watered it down with these donuts and stuff. Now I get it. You're just a kid, and there's grown-ups telling you, hey, Jett, we're going to have some fun and do this. I get it. But the reality is this, Jett, if you're like Jett, he wants to go back and just be one of the boys. He wants to bro down. He doesn't want to be the chosen one, the moto messiah. He doesn't want that. And like I said, he's a pretty good guy. Like, there's nothing really unlikable about this guy that I've seen, at least, behind camera. But we pulled it here on the show. If you're new, subscribe, jump over to the community page, participate in some of the polling, bring your tear-offs, and get involved with some of the comments as we take a lap around. We asked on the page, we're like, do you think Jett would prefer to just be one of the guys, one of the other riders, and bro down, other than being like this now up on this pedestal, isolated from the rest of the racers? I bet he does. Well, let's go ahead and jump over, take a look at some polling, and take a lap around the comments. Then we'll meet back here and wrap this one up. Let's get started. All right, race fans, buckle up, strap in. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, is Jett getting tired of being the industry chosen one and just wants to be one of the guys. 56% of you said yup, while 44% of you said nope. Let's go ahead and take a lap around the comments. First out of the starting gate, Gerald Rodriguez comes in with, it's way too early to be calling him the GOAT. Let's wait a couple of years. He has a lot of races he still has to win and to avoid injuries throughout the seasons, including MX, SMX. We'll just have to wait and see. Brap, ET3 for the win, baby. And there it is there. Nice comment, bro. Let's move on to the next. TFLV comes flying into the first turn with Mom, Dad, and the boys went from trailer trash to very rich in cash. Can't see Jett bucking the golden cash cow anytime soon. And there it is there, brother. There it is there. Let's keep going. Benjamin McKay comes flying into the whoop section, drops the front wheel, goes over the bars and says, mate, what's wrong with all your stupid questions? Best rider on the day wins the race. That's how it goes, whether it's Webb, Tomac, Sexton, Roxon, Anderson, or Jett. And Jett's doing it the most. Stop hating on him because he's not an American. Uh-oh, ouch, bro, that one hurt. I guess you haven't seen my Danger Boy videos either. Everybody gets a little hate. Let's keep going. Brandon Watkins scrubs the triple, Bubba style, and says, he loves being the golden boy. Sold his soul to AMA and Feld. Don't feel bad for him at all. Boom, and there it is there. Let's see who's up next. Greg LaHutte brings across the finish line, does a big old fat Jeremy style knack and says, King, donut seller. And there it is there. Thanks to everybody who played. Make sure you guys jump over and read the rest. There's some real barn burners in there. Bring your tear-offs. Now let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. Thanks to everybody who participated. Like I said, if you're new, jump on board, get subscribed, participate in some of the comments. We love having you. I absolutely enjoy doing this stuff. I do this because I love the sport the way it used to be, not where it's going. Now it's going to go there whether I like it or not, but at least we can voice our opinions, right? At least we don't have to
Just fall in line, be a good little moto.
Oh, we need to get some of this thing back. And they're seeing it. You see it in these television broadcasts now. They're starting to do these pieces all back in the day. Walty Wanders. You can thank Walty Wanders and all you guys for participating because we always do back in the day. Here at the channel, and it's resonated. I even heard Hunter Lawrence early on in the season or during outdoors or maybe Supercross, like,
All these guys all want to say back in the day. If you liked it back in the day so much, you should...
yeah, that's what we did. Liked it back in the day. Don't you remember? He don't remember back in the day, apparently. He must have missed that one. Whew. Insanity, this stuff. We're going to continue to just blow this thing apart in a polite, politically correct way as much as possible. But the gloves might come off a little bit. The reality is this, friends. Jett, Lawrence, probably, I've always said, I have a saying, at least in business, I'd rather be happy making less money than miserable making more. So if I'm to be miserable, I better be making a lot of money so I can quit soon. Jett, you can't quit soon. You're here for a while, dude. So I don't know if you really want to endure this vibe that's going on right now. The pushback for the other riders, like the riders resent you. You're making double what they made, and you're brand new. And the industry's falling all over themselves for you. And it's all these watered down suits now. And a lot of the guys that have been around for a while, the Eli's, the Kennys, the All Hombres, and more, they remember back in the day, right? They remember it. That's when they were watching the sport. And then they came up and it wasn't as watered down yet. It's now getting super watered down. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy. I want to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Jetson, you're back in the swimming pool, my brother. Welcome back. We're glad to have you. Here's a life preserver. It's getting a little bit choppy out there for you, my friend. We love you, dude. It's great to see generational talent. This dude is really amazing. My advice is learn the knack and start throwing it. I don't even care if you rip it off from Jeremy. In fact, that's what I would do, is I would rip off the knack and be like, the new king is here. I would do something like that. You may as well embrace it. You're the bad guy right now. The fans don't dig you. The riders don't dig you, at least not at the levels that I'm sure you would like. And unfortunately, you got so many handlers right now. You're pretty much got a wall between you and them. We got to break through that wall, get you broing down with the riders, do something cool on the track because your riding style is so fluid, you're never going to crash. So you have a real legitimate shot of being able to have a long career. I want to see your career be cool, dude, not watered down donut selling fan fest fiasco stuff. And that's why I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.